Hi everybody. I've been debating on whether to film or not because honestly, emotionally, I have not really felt up to it, to be honest with you. But I also have come to the realization that yes, I am a very, very small channel, but I want to be able to use my channel to help and not just pretend like everything is okay, because it's not. And for anyone who doesn't know what I'm referring to, obviously I'm referring to the overturning of Roe versus Wade. Because I'm not okay. I'm not okay with someone telling me what I can and cannot do with my body. Or anyone else for that matter. You can have your opinion, but when you start taking my rights away, that's when I have a problem. And I will be the first to admit that for years, I really didn't get into politics or anything like that because I just didn't. I didn't feel like I needed to research anything or vote or anything like that. But in the last couple years, I have kind of awakened a little bit and gotten a little more aware of what occurs. Again, I know I'm a very small channel and I'm probably going to alienate half of you when you see this, but that's fine. Because I don't want anyone who has that view that it is okay to tell others what to do with their body watching me. I don't. I don't need your support. I do not. And if you want to try and attack and comment underneath, I'm just going to delete it and block you because I'm not going to put up with it. I'm just not. I'm tired of being silent. I'm tired of backing down and being told that I am not right. And I know I'm not the only one who feels this way now. I know I'm not. And this is not going to stop with taking this right away from us. This is going to continue. And they're going to take more and more rights away. They've already started mentioning it, of what they want to do next. It is not right. And if you think it's right, I don't need you in my life. I don't. So anyways, what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to film with the Wet and Wild collection, because honestly right now I need a little nostalgia from my childhood, something that makes me happy, at least somewhat happy, because I have not been happy the last couple days. I've been completely upset and it's been all I can think about. As I know many of you are probably feeling the same way. And all I can say is we just really need to support each other right now and do what we can to change things. And I'll try to provide some information down below in the description box of ways that you can help. But I just wanted to give the disclaimer that I'm not going to be cheery, happy going in this video. And if that is too much for you and you have to click off, I understand. I completely understand. If you don't want to watch it and you just want happier content, I get it. But I can't pretend that I'm okay. I just can't. If you're new here, my name is Missy and welcome to my channel. And if you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm going to be working with the Wet n Wild collection with Carebears. I have on one set of the nails. This is what they look like. I will say they're pretty long, which is not my favorite. It's hard to try and do anything with them, for me anyways. And the glitter on these likes to come off, so that's a downside as well. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Brighten Your Day primer serum, and I'm gonna put that on and let it set while I work on my eyes so it can sink in to my face. And this smells like orange juice. And I normally don't use oil primers on my face, simply because I am an oily skinned girl, so I tend to stay away from oil-based stuff. Alright, so we're gonna let that sink in. And I'm gonna prime my eyes. I'm gonna use my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in anti-aging. I don't really have a plan of what I'm gonna do for the look. I'm just kind of winging it today. And I'm just gonna take this F12 brush from ColourPop just to kind of blend that in. Actually, I'm gonna pop off for a few minutes because I forgot to do my brows, and I like to do that first, so it just kind of gives me a layout for my face. So I'll be right back after I get my brows on. Alright, so my brows are on. And then I'm just going to go in with the palette. And I'm going to use the dual-ended eyeshadow brush here that came with the collection. And I think what I'm going to go into first is this kind of mauve-y pink color. I'm just going to put that throughout the crease. It's a very pretty neutral pink. Alright, so I'm going to go in with this light purple that has some glitter in it, and put it in my crease as well. Just to change that crease a little bit, make it a little more purple than pink. So what is your guys' favorite color? Mine is purple, followed by a teal color. Those are my two favorites. Some of my least favorites would probably be orange. And I don't know. I used to not like yellow very much, but as far as makeup goes, I actually love yellow on the eye. It's very pretty. Alright, so I'm just going to go back in that original like mauve pink shade, and then go back and forth between it and that light purple until I build this up to what I want it to be. So So far, they're very easy to blend. And there's still a decent amount that is staying with that glitter shade. Normally, those shades, the glitter doesn't usually lose it. But a decent amount of it is actually staying. There's quite a few pressed glitters in this palette, which you guys know I don't care for pressed glitters, so I don't think I'm going to be using any of those today. I believe there's 3 pressed glitters. Alright, so I'm just going to clean my brush off, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this dark purple and work it in on the outer V of my eye and maybe a little bit on my crease. Just because I want to deepen up this look just a tad. We'll say this end of the brush is not great for working this in if you want more precise, because it's just a bit too fluffy. What I might do is go in with a smaller brush here in a minute. I mean, it's not horrible, but it is a little harder to try to get detail work with. Alright, yeah, so let's see here. I'm gonna grab this Lunar Beauty LBE 3 brush to grab that dark purple. And I'm just gonna work that in. Just bringing that in lower in my crease too. I'm just going back in with each 3 of the shades. I'm just building up. So this is a very good beginner palette so far because the shades are very buildable. Ooh, I lost my earring. Hold on 1 second. If you're curious where my accessories are from, if they're still available, I'll try and list them down below, but the earrings and the hair accessories and the matching necklace, as well as my t-shirt, are all from Hot Topic. So do you guys have any plans for this weekend? Not sure yet. We might go to the zoo. I got my husband and myself, but it was mainly for him for his birthday, a annual pass to the zoo. So we might go and do that, because we enjoy doing things outdoors, even though it's super hot here because it's Florida and it's basically summertime. Just gotta remember sunscreen. Alright, so now what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my NYX glitter glue, because I use this with all my shimmers to give an extra pop. And I'm gonna go and use a flat brush for this. I'm going to use the LBE 4 brush from Lunar Beauty. Just put a little bit on the brush here, and I'm just going to put this all over my lid except for where the dark purple is. You guys might hear cars because it's 6:30, so everyone's coming home from work and dinner and such. And my filming room is close to the road, so you're gonna hear my neighbors and stuff coming home. It was pouring down the rain here earlier today, which we needed badly. All right, now I'm just gonna clean off this brush, and then I'm gonna go into the shimmers. So I think what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go into this dark shimmer, dark purple shimmer right here. And then I might go in with this kind of like swirled shimmer on the inner. And this shimmer is very loose, so I'm gonna spray a little bit of my MAC Fix Plus on it as well, because it just helps with fallout. Oh my goodness, this earring does not want to stay on. Alright, so I'm just gonna go in the middle of my eyelid with this shimmer. And I'm just gonna pat that on. Alright, so you can see it. I mean, it's sparkly, but it's not very impactful. It's definitely gonna have to be built up. And I like to bring my shimmers up higher because I have slightly hooded lids, so that you can see them when my eyes are open as well. All right, so yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna leave it there. And I'm gonna go in with the other shimmer, that marbled kind of blue and pearl, kind of, it's like blue, pearl, and pink shimmer. And it's also kind of loose in the pan, so I'm gonna spray my brush, and I'm just gonna put that on this inner corner here. Oh wow, that one is impactful. Definitely leans more towards the periwinkle, more bluish than purple, but they complement each other nicely. All right, so I'm gonna pop off and I'm gonna finish the other eye, or I'm gonna finish the other lid of this eye. And I'm gonna work on majority of the face, and then I'll be back on to finish up the eyes and use some of the face products with you guys. All right, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I used the sponge, the color changing sponge. Use this guy, which if you hold it, like the heat from your hand changes the color. It goes from like a purple to a blue. Like a light blue. I used it to apply my foundation and my cream bronzer. I don't like it. I don't like the sponge. It's too firm for me, and it's a little bit too bulky to get in certain spaces. Even with the little point on it, it's still huge for my face. I don't really care for this. Maybe I'll like the ones that are in this set here. Maybe I'll like those better, hopefully. Hopefully they're not as firm as that one. I like the Real Technique sponges. They're my favorite because they have the right amount of bounce for me to blend. This was just too hard to use. It took a little longer for me to blend out my products. So I'm gonna finish the eyes first, and then we'll finish up the face with the face products in here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the dark purple and use it under the lash line. And I think I'm just gonna go from like the outer corner here to the middle of my iris. And I'm just gonna use the other end of the brush. It's like a shader flat brush on this end. We'll see how well this works for this. I might have to use a smaller one because this might be too big for this, or too fluffy. Yeah, all right, let me use a different brush for that. I'm gonna use this smudge brush, dual-ended smudge and blend brush from Eco Tools to go in with that dark purple. The other was just way too fluffy and too big for me. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to go in lower underneath that with that light purple with the glitter in it. I don't know if that's supposed to be meant to be a topper or if it's a sequin shadow. I'm not really sure. I'm using it like it's a sequin shadow. And now I'm just going to go in with that mauvey pink shade and go under all of that. I will say I have quite a bit of fallout from the shimmers. Even though I used NYX glitter glue and sprayed them, it's still a decent amount of fallout under my eye. Alright, so you didn't get any eye pencils with this collection. So I'm going to grab one. Alright, so I think I'm going to go in with the lavender shade from LA Girl. It's their Pastel Dream collection. And put that in the waterline. It's just a really pretty pastel lavender shade. I'm going to use the eyelash curler that came with the collection. It's got the cute little Carebear charm on it, and it's purple. As I said in my previous video, I wish they had kind of made this a rainbow color since it's the Carebears. I'm just going to curl my lashes with it. And then I'm going to go in with the mascara that came with this collection as well. Because there was quite a few things in this collection. It was actually pretty big. I know Wet n Wild has since came out with a Lilo and Stitch collection, which I like Lilo and Stitch. It's not really from my childhood, but it's from my sister's childhood. So that's how I know of Lilo and Stitch, because she was a big fan of it. It's cute, but it's not something I wanted to pick up. But how many of you picked it up? So I'm going in with the mascara here. This is what the component looks like. And it's a nice fluffy wand, which are my favorite type. I like the skinny ones, like the real thin skinny wands for my lower lashes, but I love these for my upper lashes. Because I just feel like it grabs more. And my lashes are not the greatest. They're teeny tiny and uneven, so I just started wearing lashes over the last year, which I am addicted to now because it just makes a world of difference for me in a look. Alright, so seems to be lengthening. Maybe a little bit of volume, but mainly lengthening. Like I said, it's kind of hard to tell with me because my lashes are horrible, but this is the side with the mascara, and this is without. Oh, man. Let me clean that up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so all cleaned up. One thing I'm gonna share with you guys that I've noticed, and this is why I don't really use oil type products, even though it didn't seem oily when I put it on. The primer is kind of where I'm more oily in my T-zone here. There are sections like right in here and a little bit up in here. It's separating my foundation on me. So keep that in mind if you're oily skin like me. So the collection came with lashes, or it had lashes as part of the collection you could buy. So there was 2 different types, and there were some face jewels. That's the only thing I didn't get was the face jewels, because this is not my thing. But these are the 2 lashes, and I'm gonna let my mascara dry, and I might work on my face and then pop on the lashes towards the end. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. That way I can have time to size them and all that, because I haven't cut them or anything. All right, so let's get started on the face products here. So I have the cute little lip scrub, which I'm gonna put on right now. This feels very sweet. And there's a lip mask as well. And if you watched my unboxing video of this, this smells horrible to me. This smells like shaving cream. And I don't think I'm going to use it because it's just too overwhelming. I don't think I could handle it sitting under my nose. So I'm just going to do the lip scrub and let it sit on my lips while I do the face. So I already have my cream bronzer on and my foundation. So we're going to go in with the cute little powder bronzer here. And it's called Live, Laugh, Hug. That's what it looks like. This is what the embossing looks like. And it is quite warm looking in the pan. So I'm gonna go light-handed in this because I'm afraid it might be too dark for me. Like I said in my other video, the unboxing video, it's a little risky to put things like this in because you have one color. One color is not going to work for everybody. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the other dual-ended brush, and I'm gonna use this end of it for the bronzer. Alright, so it doesn't look like much on the brush. It looks lighter than it does in the pan. So let's just give it a try here. Alright, so not too bad. Okay, so it's working for me because it's giving me a nice little bronze, but not too warm or muddy looking on me, because that's what I was afraid of, is to be muddy looking on me. But it's not gonna work for deeper skin tones. I'm a light neutral is technically mine. So I don't know if you can see the difference. I've got bronzer here and none here. So it gives me a nice little look. And This brush is nice and soft and fluffy. Okay, so yeah, I like that. It's pretty. Gives me a nice little sun-kissed look. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with the blush that came with the collection, and it is called Do What You Love. This is what the component looks like. The pink color. And this is what the embossings look like. So it looks like a really light pink here on camera, but it's a little more of a, not a super bright pink, but kind of a mid-tone pink. I'm just gonna go in with that same bronzer, or I'm gonna go in with that same brush I used for the bronzer. And I'm not sure how pigmented this is. Oh, that's a decent amount. Let's knock some of that off. I'm just gonna go in. Okay, so pretty. It's a nice pink glow to the cheek. Say that these, okay, so I went in a little bit more, as a lot more pigmented there. That was a little much. Just let me tone that down a little bit. I got a little out of hand that time. You can just go back over with your sponge that has the foundation on it, or some translucent powder if you get a little crazy with the pigment. Okay, so that's pretty. I like that. And now the last face powder that we have here is the highlighter. And the highlighter is called Let Your Light Shine. That's what the component looks like. And then this is what the embossing looks like. So what I like to do with highlighters is I like to spray my face first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Pick Me Up Face Mist from this collection. And I believe this is the one that smells like blueberry. So I'm going to spray this, and I'm going to apply the highlighter. And I think I'm going to use this end of the brush that came with the collection. So one thing I'm going to say is I'm not a huge fan of heavily fragranced products because I have skin sensitivity issues, so I have to be very careful with what I use. So hopefully I'm okay using a lot of some of these products that are scented. Alright, so I'm going to go into the highlighter, this little brush. I'm just going to apply to my cheek. So you can see the highlight there. It's definitely the type that shows your texture quite a bit, which I'm not a huge fan of the ones that do that. Most highlight will show texture because you're highlighting an area, but I like the ones that give more of a glow than a straight up glitter, and this seems more glittery to me, so not my favorite. Alright, so I'm going to set my face with the Get Through the Night setting spray, which is the one that smells like lavender, and then I'm going to pop off, trim the lashes to fit my eyes, pop them on, come back, and then we're going to do the lips. I might show all 4 of the lip glosses, I'm not sure yet, but I will come back and I applied the Lucky Day lashes. Super pretty. I will say they're very annoying. Well, I'm not sure if it's just me trying to apply with these nails, because I like to apply lashes with my fingers and I was having a hard time. The inner corner keeps trying to come up on both, and I've been messing with it for 30 minutes and I'm done messing with it because it's aggravating me. So it just is what it is right now. I did apply the lip liner from LA Girl, the Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner in Nonstop Nude to my lips. And then we're gonna do the lip glosses that came with the set. So we have 4 of them. And you have kind of a, in the tube, it looks like a bright pinky color. You have this red color, and they all have glitter in them. Even though in the tube they look like they have a decent amount of color, I'm gonna say when I swatched them on my hand, there really wasn't much pigment to them. This is like a pink, like a light pink. And then we have just the plain clear. So I think what we're gonna do first is the clear. So super shiny. They smell very sweet, and I can actually feel the glitter on my lips. It's very pretty. I'm gonna wipe that one off, reapply the lip liner, and then we'll do the light pink. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the light pink one. I don't think you're gonna see much of a difference with these. I think they're all relatively gonna look the same on the lips. So I see a tad bit of a pink sheen to this one, but it really doesn't look much different. This is the light pink one. All right. Let's wipe that one off, and then we'll go in with the darker pink. So if things look a little different, my battery died, so I had to change my battery out. So I'm gonna go in with the, reapply the lip liner, and we're gonna go in with the darker pink. Okay, so you get a little bit more pigment with the darker pink, but not much. So this is the darker pink. This one looks a little more sheen, like a sheen gloss than a glitter, even though there's glitter in it too. So there's that one. And now I'm gonna remove this one, and we're gonna do the last gloss, which is the red one. And here's the red one. All right, so there's the red one. Just made it look a little bit darker, the lip liner, than the rest of them, but not much. So I'm just gonna set my face with the Get Through the Night setting spray. All right, so let's talk about the collection. So let's talk about the primer. As I said earlier, it applied nicely, felt nice on the skin, but I noticed separation with my oily T-zone areas. And I'm pretty sure it was this, because I've used the foundation that I have on several times. I've used the other primer that I put on several times. Unless this primer did not mix well with the other primer. That could be the other thing. So I'll have to try this just by itself, and then I'll let you guys know. Okay, so the other things in the collection is the mascara and the eyelash curler. I like the eyelash curler. It does its job. I mean, it's an eyelash curler. It's not much to say about it. The mascara I liked is very lengthening. Like I said, I'm not a huge person to depend on for mascara because my lashes suck, honestly. So it's hard for me to judge mascaras, but it did give some length to my lashes. I will say it did pretty good on the lower lashes, which is a good judge for me. So I like that one. What else here? Let's see. We have the 2 sprays. One is like a refresher spray and smells sweet like blueberry to me. And then you have the setting spray that smells like lavender. I like them. They seem to give kind of a glowy finish. I just wish they weren't fragrance because like I said, I'm very sensitive to fragrance. My skin is, so hopefully they'll be okay for me to use more than once. Other than that, I like them. And let's see, the lip glosses. Honestly, I'm not a huge lip gloss person. I'm more of a matte liquid lip person because I don't want to have to touch up throughout the day. And that's just me. It's a personal preference. But I feel like you don't need all of these. One of them will work for you. Because I don't feel like they look any different. To me, they look the same. I mean, the red one might make it a little tad bit darker, but that's it. Not much. The lip scrub and the lip mask. I liked the lip scrub. It was nice and exfoliating on my lips and it smelled nice. Like I said, I did not use this because I can't stand the smell. It smells like shaving cream and I don't want to have that under my nose. So I can't really attest anything to this other than that. The 3 face products, the bronzer, the blush, and the highlighter, I like them. I didn't think I was going to. I will say what I like the most though is the bronzer and the blush. Just don't go heavy-handed with the blush like I did. The highlighter, it looks pretty on camera, but if you get up close, it's very glittery and very textured. Because you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see the glitter specks throughout here. So not a huge fan of that. So had it not been that way, I probably would have liked it because I like the color. The lashes. So I tried the Lucky Day lashes. They have a very thin band, and normally using a thin band is very easy to use, but they seemed kind of stiff. Like I said though, I don't know if that was me trying to apply them with my hands and these long nails, and I had a problem with that. So I'll have to wear them again without the nails to see if it was just me in application. But they are very pretty. I like the flare on the outer edge of these. And then, let's see, what else? The sponge. I told you guys I did not like the sponge. It is too firm for me. I don't like my sponges that firm. And too big to get around certain areas of the face. And then I think the only thing left is the eyeshadow palette. Other than the brushes. I enjoyed the brushes. They performed well and they were soft. But the eyeshadow palette, I'm pleasantly surprised because I didn't think I was going to like it, because I bought the Wet n Wild Saved by the Bell collection and it was kind of meh. But I like this purple look I came out with. It's very pretty and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, for the most part, I like the collection. There's a couple things that I would have just saved my money on. as you guys can see. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would, please like and subscribe down below. It really helps my channel, and I would appreciate it. Until next time, guys. Bye.